Hi everyone. So today I wanted to do a video that's a little bit different. I wanted to show you this book that I made last year that it's kind of like a scrapbook that shows my trip to Europe that my friend Lisa and I went on last year. And it kind of is how I learned about the planning community and the crafting community, because I wanted to make a scrapbook for my friend Lisa, and I looked up on YouTube how to make a book, and I found Traveler's Notebooks, and that's how I learned about them. I had no idea before that. I have planned in the past, but not hardcore like I do now. So this is the book that I made. Well, I made Lisa one, my friend that I went on the trip with, and this is the one that I made for myself. This is made out of just random stuff that I already had. This is a printout straight from Google. This, I didn't do the design or anything. It just was, I Googled the cities we were going to in images, and this is one of the images that came up. I think it was for a cruise or something, but it was close enough. And the actual book, like this part of it, is made from a shopping bag from Coach. I don't know if you can see. You can kind of see, I think it's the O right there in gold foil. And I had like one of those 12 by 12 paper packs that was a travel theme. So I used that to make it, and white duct tape, if you can see, white duct tape in there. That's paper, the green. And then just regular copy paper that I cut down, and I think they're stapled. Yeah, they're stapled. So yeah, I'll just do a quick little flip through, show you all about it, tell you about it, and then yeah. The reason I want to do this video is because I actually went, this trip was last year, 2015, but I went the year before that to London only for a week in 2014, and then Lisa and I also went again earlier this year. So I still want to make 2 more of these, well, at least of this part, and maybe I can fit all 3 in this same folder. So we'll see. But yeah, the front page is just from that sticker pack, and there was also some like journal cards that I had that I used too. Again, this is more the map and this, what's that, a push pin and a map. This is from that paper pack. And then these little, not all who wander are lost. This one says, let's just go and not come back for a while. This one says, if not now, when? Today is the day. These are just from like Google. This was from like an ephemera packet or something. And then I just printed out some text. It says, it all started in 2014. The idea of an epic adventure was born. After much research and planning, the dates were chosen, tickets were bought, and we were on our way to a 2-week trip of a lifetime. On our agenda was London, Bath, Dover, Amsterdam, and Paris. Then the next page, oops. This is just our itinerary that I printed out. I have one of those selfie photo printers that I printed these out. Picture of my passport, picture of the back of the seat where the screen is. This is another one of those little journal cards, pack your bags. I thought that was cute. Oh, and the paper in the background. Love that. It was like a map of New York. And we flew out of JFK, so I thought that was cool. Next page is London page. So This is just a printout from Google. These are just pictures from when we were in London. Like, that's the Marble Arch. We had breakfast. I think it was Patisserie Valerie or something like that. The text says, we had 3 busy days in London. We explored on foot a lot, took a ride on the hop-on, hop-off bus, acted like silly tourists in the British Museum, took many selfies, and ate some yummy food. So this is outside the British Museum. This is me acting crazy, trying to pose like this guy. Funny. This is my friend Lisa. She's awesome. That bike there was almost as big as me. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, this was the London page. Then when we left London, we rented a car. So we got a taxi to the airport, rented a car, and then we drove to Bath. So the text says, then it was time for the road trip portion of the trip. Opposite driving was new for both of us and a true adventure. It wasn't easy, but I drove us around the English countryside in that little Vauxhall Astra for 5 days, and it was a blast. And it really was, yeah. I had never driven in another country before, and Lisa didn't drive. She does drive normally, but she just couldn't get her head around it. So, yeah. We drove straight to Bath when we got the rental car, and we stayed there. I think it was for 2 nights. Oh yeah, spending 2 days in the city of Bath isn't enough. We couldn't get enough of the Gothic architecture and overall beauty everywhere. The Roman baths were amazing, and there was a park on the banks of the River Avon that we explored. Found a lovely cafe with an Alice in Wonderland theme for tea and coffee, and tried ramen noodles at Wagamama's. On our last morning, we had the best breakfast of the entire trip, and then we were back on the road to Dover. And this is just more pictures. We stayed at the Abbey Hotel. Sally Lunn's Buns. We saw this place, but we didn't end up getting any. This is from inside the Roman baths, right at that like water. Breakfast, little piggy. That was the Alice in Wonderland cafe. Lovely. It was an awesome trip. Okay, so then we were on our way to Dover. Dover turned out to be a sleepy little town. Aside from the actual white cliffs of Dover, there wasn't a lot going on. Being that this was our 3rd hotel within a week, we welcomed the slow pace and took it easy. We drove around a bit, went to the cliffs and walked around, went to the local laundromat and wandered the town. Had some awesome Chinese food and watched British television. So yeah, I think it was 2 more days that we stayed there. And this was just a map from Google Maps again. I just mapped out where we were going to be going and printed it out. And also, this is the center of the traveler's notebook. So you can see where I stapled it, but I put clear packing tape over top of the staples so that it wouldn't rip this elastic. Okay. Next was Amsterdam. I think it was 3 days, and the 3 days, like my birthday, was while we were here. Like, this was what I had my little snack for my birthday instead of a cake. We went to the Heineken Museum. We went to the I Am sign that's right near the Rijksmuseum. This picture I posted on my Instagram for the planner challenge, this for the month of August. It was favorite meal. So a butter sauce or with garlic and chicken. Love. Oh, the text says, after Dover, we flew to Amsterdam. Spending my birthday there was bittersweet, but I couldn't stay sad for long. The hotel staff remembered my birthday and gave me a card. We were only there for 3 days, and in that time, we went on the Heineken tour a canal tour and just enjoyed the city. This was the card that was from the hotel we stayed at, Hotel La Boheme, which was crazy. It was like a really nice hotel, where very clean. It had like a cafe in the lobby part of it where you could have breakfast or coffee or lunch or whatever. But we stayed on like the 5th floor and there was no elevator. It was so crazy. Then we took the train to Paris after Amsterdam. We stayed here for 3 days. We had a tour of Versailles while we were there. And that was the only real thing. Oh no, that's not true. We had a tour of Versailles and we had a tour of the Louvre planned, and everything else we just kind of wung it. Walked around the city. We went to the Sephora on the Champs-Elysees. Yeah, it was an amazing trip. Then this is the end of the book. But this paper right here is from something I bought in Amsterdam, and I loved it so much I brought it home. When I got home, I took this picture of all the souvenirs that I bought while I was gone. Yeah, it was a pretty awesome trip. And again, the reason that I wanted to show you is because first, I want it to be more than just a planning channel. I want it to just be things that I care about, is what I want the channel to be about. And I want to make a book for the first year, well, for both years that I don't have a book for. So I'm going to hopefully show you the process of me making the book for 2014 next. So hopefully stay tuned for that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and have a good night.